Well, Fabrizio Romano has given us another reason besides the financial fair play as to why Geovany Quenda snubbed the club of Manchester United, and we're also going to be updating you about Onana. His unexpected omission out of the team of Manchester United and the boost of him being able to be in the stitches for the club of Manchester United as we take on Leicester City. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rokan David is my name, and hope you guys are really having fun wherever you are and wherever you're watching us from. And this is the channel that brings you your latest news and information as far as everything is really concerned. So we are here to bring you a lot concerning Manchester United, as we obviously see to it that all goes on well as planned into the mix. Now, Geovany Quenda is one of those stories that made big headlines, this week, because we are told that United had lost the player to a guy a team known as Chelsea, and Chelsea was that kind of a team that was not even in the conversation for Geovany Quenda in a list of teams that needed him. Spurs, Arsenal, I think Barcelona, Madrid, and very many others were really included, but Chelsea were nowhere to be seen. But from nowhere, they came into this deal, hijacked it, and obviously got hold onto Geovany Quenda. But the first reason was that United never had money, something that I don't really believe, because I know to it that Marcus Rashford will be sold and United will have money to obviously buy players, and that would have gone ahead to obviously be seen to it that United brings in players with that money in the summer. And I was like, that was not enough for Geovany Quenda to obviously say, I'm not coming to Manchester United, I'm going to Chelsea. Now, the big reason, or the main reason as to why Geovany Quenda was like, I'm not coming to Manchester United, has been given to us by Fabrizio Romano. And guys, here is the reason. Geovany Quenda preferred to be a pure winger in Maresca's system. He didn't want to be a wing back at Manchester United. Have you heard that? So, the reason as to why Geovany Quenda never came into the club of Manchester United was that Amorim was going to play him as a right wing back, and the player in him wanted to obviously see to it that he really puts in a very big shift to see that it performs at the biggest level altogether. So, as it stands, I tell you, for any player, obviously, you'll have to understand that it is in Geovany Quenda's interest to obviously know where he's obviously going to be thriving most. However much the manager of Manchester United, Ruben Amorim, was the one responsible for obviously his upbringing, giving him his debut at the club of Sporting Lisbon, and he really looked good when he was playing as a left wing back. I tell you what, the player in himself, as a right wing back, the player in himself and his agency saw himself as a player who is obviously going to be thriving into what we call the right attacking side of the midfield. And this other coach that came in through, that came in through after the one that replaced Ruben Amorim was sacked, came up with a different kind of formation altogether, and sometimes they play as and sometimes Sporting plays a system of 4-2-3-1 and 3-4-2-1. And for yesterday they played a 3-4-2-1 and they won by 3-1. Victor Gyökeres was on target. You understand? So that's how this team really went ahead to look. But Geovany Quenda was not part of the team that really played in there for you, meaning that he was really out of action. So he believes that for him to obviously execute his skills to the fullest, he needs to obviously be played as a right attacking midfielder or a right forward. And I think that's the reason as to why he was like, I'm not going to go to Ruben Amorim, because if I go there, he'll obviously play me as a right wing back, something that I really hate. You understand? And you remember when I saw Amadi Diallo performing well as a right wing back for the club of Manchester, it was like he travels a lot of distance from goal, and all he needed was to be played as a central attacking midfielder, and you saw what happened. So for Quenda, he's like, I'm not going to do that, and I'd rather start Sporting Lisbon for one more season and obviously wait for my turn to go in at Chelsea. You know, though he faces a very huge competition, because even Estavo would have gone ahead obviously coming through. So I'm waiting to see how that pans out, but that's, I think, the main reason as to why Geovany Quenda never obviously said yes to the club of Manchester United, because Chelsea came in with a better option and they wanted to play him as a right attacking midfielder or a left attacking midfielder. So he wants to play to the attacking positions, and he hates that system of playing as a wing back in a system of 3-4-3 or 3-4-2-1. That is Geovany Quenda for you. So that's absurd for us, but I think with Man United we're really having very many young players, and I see it as one of the blessings in disguise is that people won't obviously look at. But Geovany Quenda is 17 and is making 18, I think, in April. Look at the squad that we are having. Garnacho 20, Amadi Diallo, I think, is 23. You know, then Kobe Mainoo, he's gonna clock 20. Rasmus Højlund 21, Zexi 23, Aiden Heaven 20, talk of Lenny Yoro 18, 19. I think United needs to spice up a little bit. Now let's get in some experienced players, right? Like, let's get in like 2 experienced players. If you talk about Ederson in the midfield, yes. If you talk about a right wing back, can we really get someone better, you know, in as far as experience is really concerned, you know? So I think that's what's supposed to be doing as a club of Manchester, because we're really having very many young players and we need to spice it up with some experience in there for you, because this season, this summer transfer window, we obviously going to lose a lot of experience. Marcus Rashford, Eriksson, Casemiro, John Evans, Lindelof, Luke Shaw might go. Which other player? Close to 6-7 experienced players are leaving the club of Manchester United, and what are we left with? So we need to obviously get in some players that are really having some good experience into this competition or game of football. So Geovany Quenda, if you really want to see what Quenda is all about, I think watch the Portuguese national team, and he's not that kind of player that is obviously going to be coming in at Manchester United. Now, we got a shocking story earlier today that Andre Onana, who was not obviously going to be playing into the team of Manchester United because he was ill, and they told us that Domet Me, 22 years of age, is set to make his debut for Manchester United and start against Leicester City tonight. Andre Onana is ill. That's the statement that really went ahead obviously gate, and I was like, oh my god, what is really happening? But later, like 2 hours later, Samuel Lucas obviously told us that United had gone ahead to obviously do the needful and obviously set up what we call a late fitness test for Andre Onana. And now we obviously having a story coming in through from Chris Wheeler, one of the credible journalists, about the story of Andre Onana. He has told us that Onana is likely to play in goal for Man United against Leicester City, despite doubts over his availability due to illness. His condition has improved, and it's hoped that he'll be past fit in there for you. So I think that's a boost, you know, ahead of this game of Leicester City, because if there is a team that we are supposed to beat, it's this one. This is the team that we are supposed to beat to pulps and really register some more 3 points and see to it that we really get into that 40 mark near. I think that's what you're supposed to be doing as a club of Manchester United. And Andre Onana, boost. He's anticipated that he's going to pass the late fitness test, and it's going to be in the stitches. So in 1.5 hours from now, it's obviously going to be out. What am I talking about? The confirmed starting 11 for the club of Manchester United, on whether Andre Onana is going to be in the stitches or not. So guys, Thank you very much for watching through. Rokan David is my name. I'm calling in for reactions on why Geovany Quenda snubbed Man United, one, and secondly, what are your thoughts about Onana's boost being in the stitches for the club of Manchester United? I'm out.